Hi, everybody, and welcome to Module 5. We are really making some progress through this class, and this week we will be starting in on some multimodal components. So the purpose of Module 5 is to begin drafting your advocacy ad or a public service announcement. So you will actually be drafting this. Some students in the past have just described what they're going to do, but I actually do need to see this advocacy ad or the PSA when you turn in your draft. So for the discussion, we'll be discussing it, and then you're going to put it together to turn in with your draft of our community project. So this advocacy ad or public service announcement is going to be on the same topic as your writing from community change project. So this is going to be a visual representation of what you're trying to capture in your project. So think about some of the main ideas you're trying to express and try to work that into a visual format. So that will help you to think about your project in a new and more visual way, and may stimulate some additional thinking of ideas that you might want to incorporate into your draft. So if you go over to Module 5 and take a look at the overview, you'll notice that there are some readings and there's a quiz to submit, and then we'll also be having a discussion in the groups that you were assigned to. So that'll get us started. I'll give you some feedback in those groups just like I did on the topic brainstorm. So look for my feedback in the discussion area, and that should help you. There's plenty of examples there for you to look at, and that should help you to compose the advocacy ad or the PSA. So you'll also notice that the readings have to do with genres, and that's going to help you understand what needs to go into either a memo or a letter, how they differ from one another, and maybe help you select what might be best for your particular community project. So you'll also see in Module 5 that we're going to start drafting the project. And if you go ahead and clicked on what is drafting, there's some important details there for you to take a look at to get started on drafting. And then you can also click on the link that says Start Drafting Your Writing for Community Change Project, and that will also help you with the drafting process. So this is the time that we are getting ready to write. You've completed your initial brainstorming, identified a topic to write on. You've read through my announcement about whether your topic was appropriate or maybe you need to make some changes. And some of you have emailed me to ask me additional questions, which is great. I love getting emails and helping you out. I'm here to help you be as successful as possible, so don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need to. So now you have kind of a clear foundation, a problem, your target audience, who your decision maker will be. And then you've also done some research on your topic. So then you can start to put this together. Now, if you want some early feedback or extra writing help, there are some resources for you. 24/7 tutoring, there's a link in a module for that. The online study hub, that's a collection of online peer communities for ASU students with tutors. So you can click that link if you'd like some extra help. There's also a Grammarly review. So that's on-demand feedback through Grammarly on your original work. And one thing I want to say about Grammarly is that with these new AI features, Grammarly, as you may have noticed, often suggests ways to change your sentences and phrases in your writing. I don't want you to click on that link. I want to hear your voice coming out in this project. And, it's fine to use Grammarly for things like commas and using the correct punctuation. And it's great also to look at the suggested phrases, but you should rewrite those phrases in your own words and not just insert whatever AI decides, sounds good. I want to hear your voice. So that's what we're going to be working on in Module 5. The drafting project process may seem a little overwhelming at first, but take it step by step and plan for, a little time each day to work on your draft. And that'll help you to not get too overwhelmed with this project. And then you will be turning in your draft during Module 6. We'll talk about Module 6 later. So have a great week and make sure to reach out if you're having any trouble and need help.